The word that I use the most in my teaching is the center. I say that word probably anywhere from 5 to 30 times in a period of one lesson. In my opinion, it's the most important thing that you need to have to create beautiful, quick, and powerful and efficient movements in your dancing. First of all, where is your center? Your center is located in the area of your belly button. It only becomes a strong and powerful center if you become in control of it. I'll give you an example. If someone were to punch you in your stomach, the way to protect yourself would be to squeeze your stomach as much as possible and to compress your torso, which is basically what we're doing when we're dancing, when we are using our center. Our center is constantly compressed by pushing our hips slightly up and pushing our chest slightly down. So first thing, your hips normally, if we're not dancing, are slightly behind you, forming a bit of a curve in your lower back. Some people have quite a big curve, others not so much, but pretty much all of us have a bit of a curve right here, and our hips are slightly behind us. So the first thing to do to connect to your center is to send your hips forward. You can just send them forward just using your hip muscles, or you can use your stomach or your core muscles to pull in the hips. This is the right way of doing it. You should always be using your stomach and your core muscles to bring your hips up and forward. Now, as you can see, this leaves this part of our torso, so kind of the upper part of our stomach area, still long, and you want to shorten it. So you want to compress this part as well by going slightly forward with your upper body. This is why if you watch dancers, pretty much all the time, dancers are going slightly forward. You'll never see beautiful dancers dancing like this. So totally straight up, or even worse, dancing leaning backwards. So you should always be compressing your center by bringing your hips up and bringing your chest slightly down, compressing your center. So compressing your stomach. This is something that happens in fighting, where if someone were to punch a person in the stomach, that person would usually go like this, which automatically does exactly those two things that I just told you to do. Brings your hips up and your chest slightly forward. So this is the first step in finding your center and becoming aware of it. Now, because you're using your stomach muscles to keep your hips forward and to keep your chest down, you are at no point just relaxed in your center area with nothing happening. This is how you should be dancing. You should always be in control of your center, always aware of it. For example, if I were to do the basic step in Rumba, and up, 2, and up, 3, and up, 4, and 1, and 2, and up, 3, and up, 4, and 1, and. Now, you can definitely dance without a center, but it's not going to be a strong, powerful, controlled, beautiful movement. It can be sort of more empty and lighter. Before connecting to a partner, you need to become connected to yourself. And connected to yourself means specifically to get connected to your center. You want your feet and your legs to be connected to your center, and you want your shoulders, your arms, your upper body to be connected to your center as well. In a way, it kind of makes you into one piece as opposed to a lot of pieces. So a lot of arms, separate legs. You want to connect everything to that center, and only then you can connect to your partner. Now first, take a look at what happens if I settle without using my center. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Sure, it's easy. You can settle into one hip and then into the other. But nothing is happening right here. It stays flat and constant. And also you go way too far into your hip, which doesn't look good. And if you're going to apply this to other figures, any kind of step that you can dance in Latin dances, you're going to be very slow. And this will take a very long time to get into and a very long time to get out of. One of the most important reasons to use your center is to be efficient, to be fast, to be strong. But to be fast is one of those reasons. And if you settle all the way down into your hip, this will A, take a long time, and B, it will take a long time to get out of. But if you're connected to your center and settle without releasing the center, you're still settling, you're still showing beautiful curve in your hip, but it's easier to get out of. And 1, and 2, and 1, and